When a British paper publishes falsehoods about people, who protects us? In most cases, it's supposed to be the Independent Press Standards Organization, IPSO. IPSO claims to hold its signatory media to accuracy and the need to distinguish clearly between comment, conjecture, and fact. Let's see how that works. When I complained that a headline in the staunchly pro-Israel Jewish Chronicle, the JC, labeled me a hate author without quotes, that is, reported someone's smear as a fact, IPSO dismissed my complaint because the JC's failure to distinguish was, in IPSO's words, a fine distinction. The JC claimed that a lecture I had given, based on the UK's own National Archives, had precipitated a, quote, Quakers' row. To do so, they ignored the only Quakers involved, who for a year had been asking the JC and its sources to stop publishing inventions about them in regard to me, indeed had already issued this public statement refuting them. Yet IPSO stuck by the JC. Why? Because the JC quoted a private individual who suggested that a certain man who, well, he died in 1787, but were he alive today, in her view, would not have wanted me to speak, and he, the 18th century man, was a Quaker and therefore... Yes, IPSO accepted the JC's Monty Python argument of a Quaker's row. For Quaker views, the JC could put words into the mouth of a man who couldn't protest to IPSO because he'd been dead for 2.5 centuries. When, in the course of a lecture, I quoted people from the 1940s, clearly identifying them and the source material, the JC falsely reported them as my quotes. Yet IPSO sided with the JC despite having video proof that I had even distanced myself from the quotes and had explained why. This is a sampling from what should have been a straightforward case, but that dragged on for a year as IPSO allowed the JC to throw out one bogus obstacle after another.